morning. I'm gonna eat some food while I wait for my guests and the viewers. Yep. How you doing?
Good. How are you? Let me see if I can put this light on, if that helps. May and may not. How are you besides hungry?
I'm good.
Good.
I'm good. How about you?
I'm good, thank you.
All right, great. Good morning. Good morning, Whitney. What's popping? How you doing?
Oh, I see her at the bottom or something.
Yep. Whitney, let's start sending the link out to everyone. Um,
This is going to be like about what, an hour?
Whatever you want to get off, you get off.
Okay, yeah, because I have a 3-hour meeting starting at 11 o'clock. So
A 3-hour meeting?
yeah, it's a mentorship. It's a mentorship.
Well, on which side? Are you the mentee or the mentor?
No, I'm the mentee.
Dope, dope. About what's the mentorship about?
It's just how to continue to grow and scale my business and mindset and all that type of good stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So
I love it.
yeah.
All right, so we've been doing this. I want to say for almost 2 years. We was on Facebook every Wednesday morning, and it grew pretty fast. And then I realized, wait a minute, I should have been on YouTube, right? And Cora, what's going on? How you doing? How you doing?
Hey, Corey.
And so we switched over to YouTube just last week. So it's a
Okay.
little getting people on a little slow, but I'm building this tremendous platform, and I love where it's going. And this is where your videos will be on Gem Drop. I'm excited for the world to see that, but I'm always inspired to speak with you. Um, I think you have a talent. I think it's your true talent is honesty.
That's a shame if that's a talent.
Nah, I think your true like God gave you honesty. I think that's the best gift that anyone could have because their word holds so much power and integrity is in the forefront of anything they do,
Yes.
and everyone feels comfortable around you because you're so honest. So it's like you're either gonna say something I don't like or say something I agree with, but no matter what, you speak in your mind.
Yeah. That's
Right?
facts. That's facts.
So
That's facts.
it's very important that people have a Michelle in their corner. To be honest,
I appreciate
so
that.
we're gonna get started. All right, and then you can be like, Alex, nope, you're going too far, and I'm okay with it.
Okay.
All right. First thing first, do you think I think a lot about my future. And when I'm talking about sometimes I'm thinking about I'm long gone and my great 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 grandkids is they are here. And I'm thinking about them already.
Yeah.
And I
Just go.
noticed that I constantly think future, 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 that do the future, future. And I, s- I sat down and was looking at my wife and I was looking at our trust and it's like the game plans we put together. And I'm like, I see it in the trust so much, trying to control my kids, not sorry, not control, trying to coach my kids while I'm not even here, trying to coach their kids, trying to coach their kids, trying to coach their kids. And I'm like, wait a minute, where does this stop, Alex? Where do you say, you know what? And then it hits me, Rockefeller. Like Rockefeller didn't stop. J.P.
Right.
Morgan have banks. That dude's long gone. His business is still growing. He had to
Yeah.
put some type of blueprint in
Right.
place to make sure the name live on.
Hmm.
That's what I want to talk about this morning. What are we actually? Are we focused on the seed or are we focused on the leaf of the plant? That's the real question.
Yeah. It's actually neither because we're all in the dirt. Most people are in the dirt. They're still in the grind, the hustle. They're still in survival mode, and it's tough to think about being prosperous, thinking about abundance or long term if you're still in the day to day fight. That's the problem. Most people are living for the now and they're not planning for the future. I'm not saying that that's intentional. I'm not saying that that's intentional, but it's just when we're out here lifing, that's what happens. Some people feel like it's impossible. I mean, yeah, we know that when we have our children, we want the best for them. That's what we say, but then what we do is different because of how we're navigating through life, day to day, month to month,
Wait, you said something very important. Hold on, we got to rewind, bring it back, come rewind. I need it from the top, Michelle. You said something very important. You said what we say and what we do is totally different. Can you
Way
explain?
Yeah, it's way different. We a lot of times when we say, "Well, I want my kids to have," and again, no offense to parents, and think this is how we get better, right? The get better is having the tough conversations, not what's comfortable. Change doesn't come from comfort, right? So it's all about. We say that we want the best for our children, or we want our kids to have better, and so but we don't put the things in place, but a lot of times, sadly, we don't know what to put in place. So does it make sense to give someone, pay $8,000 for, a sweet 16 party? Or does it make more sense to put away $8,000 for long term? You see what I'm saying? So it's what we say and what we do. We say that we want our kids to get a good education. Okay, you want them to get a good education and go to college, but have you started a college account? Have you started a wealth account? Have you set them up to have these things? So what we say and what we do are two different things.
I like that a lot. I like that a lot. So how about this though? A lot of parents, what's up, P? How you doing? How you doing? We woke up today. Kaboom! Let's go, P. Welcome to the party. So a lot of parents. Let me see how to put this. All right, here goes. They want their kids. They say they want their kids to be better, but sometimes it's really about they really just want their kids to look better. That makes
I,
sense. That makes
listen,
sense.
yeah,
I'm out here shooting already. I'm
I,
shooting.
I don't even know if I should even comment on that because the last time I checked, you know, um, baby Jordans is not gonna be part of your down payment on a home. Having a Canadian goose for a 5-year-old is not going to. I don't know, and it's true, but a lot of it is that's indoctrinated in us in terms of being consumers. We're not
Mhm.
conditioned to be producers. We may produce children, right, but we don't produce assets, right? So we consume. We're even in our community, everything. If you look at like planning and planning and development, planning and development of our communities look different than planning and development in the Wellesleys and the Westons and the Newtons, right? Like, so their community are more about producing and flourishing. Ours is about consumption. There's like liquor stores, there's convenience stores, there's check cashing places, there's all these things. So as a result, we subconsciously we're being programmed to consume. So instead of trying putting things in place to get rich, we look rich because we wear what our worth is on our back. That's how we're identifying our worth is what we're someone else's label, someone else's label. So the Louis Vuitton, the Gucci's, the things, those are all families. Those are all families. You're putting your money on someone else's last name versus your own.
Oh, I like that. And so again, the insecurities. Oh, I just want my kid to feel better and look better. I don't really want my kid to do better. That's really where you're at, right?
Kind of. I'm not
And
saying that. I'm not.
certain people, they
Yeah, I'm
say
not
it and
saying.
they say it out loud. Hey, I want this to be better, but only thing you did was improve their wardrobe. So you
There,
didn't do
there's
the investments, the stocks, the life insurance. You didn't do none of this. You just improved wardrobe. So you want them to
right,
do better, but you just improve wardrobe. So
correct.
all you doing is clothing them with value of someone else.
Yeah, yeah. It's what's interesting is like, so I'm a Metco kid, okay? So even though I grew up in Mattapan, I mean, I feel like I grew up in Metco in
Mhm.
Westwood, right? So it's different. See, my friends there were talking about portfolios and stocks and mutual fund. I was like, I know what a mutual friend is. I don't know what a mutual fund is, right? And they're talking about portfolios. And I'm like, those things that you open and has like a pad of paper and a pen on the side. They go, nah, not that kind of portfolio. See, the thing is different. So if you notice, they'll flex and floss with assets. Their zip code, okay, their
Okay.
house, they talk about their trust funds. They talk
Yep.
about their assets. Even if it's someone bought them a car, they're not flossing about what they got on their back. They're just not. None of my friends talked about stuff. None of them talked about stuff like that. It was always the other things of worth, even quality of life, Alex, the trips and the things like stuff like that they go on. It's completely different. It's way different. Do you understand too that there is value even in experiences? There are some kids that will never leave their neighborhood or never leave the state. There's so much value. That's even wealth. That's wealth, because wealth isn't just monetary. It's just in terms of having the options and thinking just like abundantly. But sadly, I'm just saying, I also think some people just don't know what to do. I'm gonna be a little easy that some people just don't know what to do. Now there are also people that do know what to do and they just choose to do something completely different.
Yep. And I would like to say, we the thing I think a lot of humans get confused about value. Let's think about value. What
Yeah.
is value? Is bullcrap. It's something made up. It's something that if I buy something for $5, now it has a $5 value. That's it. The human, Alex T.
Correct.
Edwards, had to give something else value, right? I learned that. I was like, oh, it's game over. Everyone needs to understand this Louis Vuitton hat. This is not value. It's not true value. They put a price on it. Someone paid for it. This was a gift. Just want to let you know, the world out there, it was a gift. I paid for it. But again, they put a price on it and say, let's see if somebody will buy it. Once someone bought it, it was like, oh, got them. That's the new value. Now they know that if it was $500 hat, they know they can't go lower than that. So next year they might say, you know what, it's 550. Let's see what happened. Someone purchased it, got them. My value now is at 550. Next year, 600. Got them. My value's not. So it's humans that create value, not the actual product. If you don't buy the product, you drop the value. So you can actually get it at a cheaper price if you slow down on your spending or start creating your own stuff so you can give the market competition. That's
Hmm.
simple. That is simple math and simple life. Point
Yeah.
blank. If you don't buy it, the price drops. The fact that
Hmm.
you constantly buy it and you go broke buying it, they always gonna have you because they're gonna rise the price up. They gonna
Right.
that's it.
Right. And you just said it. And so again, anything is, I mean, listen, especially in real estate, right? Your house is only valued at what whatever person wants to cut the check for, right? So, period, right? So that's why a lot of times we value our worth based on what we put on our back, just because of that. Even though we know, example, your hat probably only costs like $5 to make, if that, right? That's how much it, but the value behind it based on the name and whatever and the status, and so it changes everything. So that's why a lot of people, they'll go broke trying to look rich. And the funny thing about it is, rich and wealthy are two different things, because really wealthy people, they're not, you can always tell new money and old money. You can
Yep,
always tell new money and old money, right? And the same thing, you can always tell rich people and wealthy people,
yep,
right? I mean, I'm talking about real rich. I'm not talking
yep.
about fake rich, right? You can always tell, because when you go into, again, certain neighborhoods, like my mentor, he's worth $30 million. Okay, you will never be able to, you won't notice him. You cannot spot him in a crowd. You just wouldn't. He's almost like the Steve Jobs and the Mark Zuckerbergs. After a while, they're like, I don't have to prove to you I'm rich. The world shows you that I'm rich. They still, I mean, look at Warren Buffett, one of the richest people on the planet, and he still lives in the same house that he bought like 50 years ago, right? That's old money. He doesn't have to, he knows what he's worth. You may value all that other stuff, that he does, but it's just different. They just think different, and they do different because of how they think, because of how they think.
I like that a lot. My wife and I have been talking about homes, and I'm like, I don't really need to move. I could just add to my house, right? My kids go to private school, and what I was thinking about is like, the more money you make, why do I have to up 'em, like, get a higher mortgage just because I
That's
make
where
more?
people,
It's like
that's
I'm
where
not
people
doing
mess
that.
up. That's where
Yeah,
people,
like
that's where people mess up. Yeah.
it's like I'm not.
That's
Why
what
would I
they
buy a
mess up.
house? I'm not saying why would I buy a house now if I have a good rate right now, and all I'm doing is yes, I could sell it and I have a lot of equity, but why? I just don't get the part. Me personally, I don't need the floss, and plus, I can add addition anyway. That would be my floss for me. Like, hey, now I got another floor, same home, same mortgage, but more house. The numbers work there. Same home, same mortgage, but more house. So I'm
Yeah.
not. I'm not.
It's
I'm
just,
not getting. I'm not paying for my square footage monthly. I'm not. The extra square footage, I'm not paying for that monthly. I'm not paying for that yearly at all. We paying the same exact mortgage. And this is why I love real estate. You can add 8 rooms. And the mortgage company's not gonna be like, yo, hey, so let me talk, yo, let me talk to you real quick, boy. So when you sign that contract, baby, it was 9 bedrooms. You got 17 bedrooms. I need some extra money. They're not even
nah,
making that call to you. They're gonna like keep that.
that's a good point.
Keep,
Yeah.
yo, keep that money. That's you. You added that square footage. You added those bedrooms. You added that bathroom. Keep that money. That you.
Yeah.
Everyone else is not like that at all.
Mhm.
Once you add, oh, you make a little bit more money. IRS is coming. They like, yeah, baby. I want you to have a great year. You know what I'm saying? Like you bust your butt. IRS be like, we had a great year. No, I had a great year. No, we had a great year.
They're
So
having great years now.
I I,
They're
I
having
I I love
great
the fact
years.
that you said that.
Yeah, it's funny. So it's about speaking of great. Yeah, I was just talking to a friend of mine yesterday, and he he's on the hook for to the IRS for like 1.5 million, right? And so he's now strategizing with his tax professional. And again, you can only do that when you're a business owner, right? With your tax professional, then how to either wipe it out or totally totally reduce it. And that's the thing, especially speaking of, your house. A lot of people do that when their income goes up, their expenses go up with it. A lot of times they're not even cognizant of it, as well. And you'll never, if you, because people go, oh, but if I, won the lottery, if I got a raise, if I get another job, I could do better. Okay, well, how do you figure? If you're not able to manage 70,000 a year, why would you think that you can manage 150,000 or 250 a year? I don't get it. So you're finding it difficult to manage a little, but you think that if you add more, you'll be able to manage more. No, because because here's the thing, you're still operating from the same, software. You're thinking, if your thinking is broke with the little, your think is going to be broke with a lot. That's why a lot of people, when they get lottery and they still get raises, they're still broke.
Yeah.
They're still broke because they keep changing, move their apartment, get a bigger car, start buying more clothes and things like that. And you'll never get ahead versus saying, okay, you know what? I lived on 70. If I grow my income by 120, I'm going to bank that 50, but they don't do that. They don't do that.
I like what you said as well. So you're saying if you can't manage $1, you can't manage $100.
No, you can't. I've never seen it. I've never seen it because I see people go, oh, I make good money, but I'm still trying to figure out why I'm struggling. Okay, so good money's all relative, right? Good money's all relative. It's not about how much you make, it's what you keep and of what you're making. So who cares if you're making, 20 grand a month if you're not keeping it? So every single time, I go to the truth serum, and the truth serum is, let me see your budget. And they go, oh, that's the truth serum right there. It tells me the truth. Because they go, oh yeah, because I do eat out a lot. And okay, so you know what the problem is then. So you know what the problem is. So the bigger question is it's not about how come you can't save money. It's why aren't you, even though you know that you should. See, that's not a financial problem. That's a mental problem. That's a mental problem.
You're 100%. You're 100% right. As I still grow, right? I wanted hot chocolate at Dunkin' Donuts. Can't lie. I was like, I want some hot chocolate. And then it started hitting me like, damn, I'm buying hot chocolate a lot. Why don't I just go to BJ's and get my? And I was like, but the convenience. I'm driving right by. I just want to. But I'm like, I could just leave hot chocolate in my office though. And I'm going back and forth. And so yesterday I seen Dunkin' Donuts. I was like, yeah, let me just go get some hot chocolate. The office is so far. Then I was like, do you really need to drink the hot chocolate though? Right? And so I'm battling with myself. And I said, nah, I'm not giving my money to Dunkin' Donuts today. And even if it's $5, it's not about the amount. It's about training your mind. Because if you woke up and said, I'm not going to Dunkin' Donuts, and then you get to Dunkin' Donuts, you say, oh, it's only $3. That mean you're gonna do the same thing in life, any part of your life. You
Any
cannot.
part.
You
That's
have to
right.
make decisions and stick with your
Right.
decisions. So
Right.
it's not about the money. It's about your
Correct.
mindset. It's
Correct.
about your mindset. It's not about the money. People think it's about the money. It's never about the money. So if you go into a store and say, I'm only spending $20, and you find something for $1, it's not about the dollar. It's about you keeping the trust for that you said, hey, I am only spending this. Can you hold yourself to the truth,
Right.
Sarah? You know?
Correct. Yeah, because it's like, it's like plan your work and work your plan. Now, now it's so funny because I remember sometimes going in, seeing on social media, and people go, well, I work really hard and I deserve it. How do you figure you deserve it if you broke? I don't understand that. How are you saying, well, I deserve some nice stuff? I'm not saying that you don't deserve some nice stuff, but don't cry the poor mouth. And then and you're doing the complete opposite. Now, here's the other thing. If that's your bag, if that's your deal, then own it, right? Then own it. I'm a compulsive shopper. I have no discipline, no budget. I'm gonna just ride it all out. on fumes and end on fumes. If that's what it is, that's on you, right? Because everybody's goal and their plan, their quality of life is different. It kills you when people try to justify saying no one didn't tell you about that you shouldn't have nice things, but don't cry the poor mouth again when you're overspending, saying you want other things of value. Meanwhile, all you're doing is buying things that have no intrinsic value. But then again, it may have intrinsic value if that's what you value. Looking rich, being bougie and broke, all that type of thing, right? Being a broke baddie, whatever it is, right? Whatever it is, right?
A
Whatever it is.
broke baddie. The double B, broke baddie.
So or bougie and broke, whatever it is. I just know that it's
Stand
not
with the
cute.
B.
I just know it's not cute
Baddie, bougie,
being
and
broke.
broke. Triple B. You know what I'm saying? Wow. Okay. So, and here it goes. And this is the part that I don't think people understand. This is simple. If you build it, they will come. It's nothing more, nothing less. Nothing more, nothing less. Example: we was renovating a home on Thames Street, next to Park Street. Everyone's like, no one's gonna come, no one's going to purchase it at a certain price. Well, I'm like, well, how about we put smart toilets in? It might not be enough. How about if we put fireplaces in the bedrooms? It might not be enough. I don't think it's just the area. Well, how about we put a deck on the roof? I don't see it. It's just the area. And I'm like, yeah, I'm Alex E. Edwards. I'm gonna do what I want because I really believe it. The math makes sense. The mayor said, I need these amount of units available because more people are moving to Boston. I know a domino effect when South Boston's or Seaport's getting too expensive, so they go to South Boston. If South Boston gets more, they go to Lower Mills or Savin Hills. Savin Hills too expensive, they go to Thames Street. Thames Street gets expensive, they're going to Randolph, Sewing or Brockton. That's the
Mhm.
domino effect. So if
Yeah.
you build it, they will come. And we built it. And the highest condo, 3 bedrooms, no parking, went for $710,000.
Hmm.
Let's really think about this. Every time you guys drop a seven, right? Drop a seven. Matter of fact, drop a seven. If you like our conversation, drop a seven. The home sold for $710,000. Right? Do you think I speak to God? I speak to God all the time. My birthday is on the 10th. What month? July. What month? What number of July? What month? 7.
Hmm.
July is the 7th month. 7/10, July 10th. I got a $710,000.
Love
But
it.
guess what? That's the second condo that was built or renovated by my team and I that sold for $710,000. Just an apartment, no parking. If you build it, especially with integrity, they will come. If you create any kind of value and put it in the world, someone will pay for it. Why?
Fact.
There's way more consumers than inventors. There's way more consumers than inventors. It's impossible that you can't sell something. Im-
Facts.
If you say, I'm selling the triple hot hat, it will keep you warm in the Arctic. Someone
Hmm.
is saying, I want to test their hat.
Right.
And then they're gonna write a review on it. And then someone else is going to do it. Then someone else is going to do it. And then someone else is going to do it. If you build it, they will come. Don't.
Hmm.
That's it. You don't have to be a consumer. You choose to be the consumer. You choose to buy something someone else built. And the next
Facts.
thing I want to say is like you could sit here and say, "Oh, I don't know what to do. I don't know what I'm going to." Guess what? If you have a job, you have a mentor. I'm going to say that again. If you have a job, you have a mentor. Don't sit here and say you don't know what to do. Copy your boss. Your boss got you working, right?
That
Like,
that
yo,
part.
yeah, like y'all want more responsibility. Yo, really, you saying, yo, I just want to copy you. I'm about to take all your jewels and I want to build something else with you or by myself. That's all you're doing.
Correct.
I probably stop. Yeah, like this feuding with your boss and you're crazy. Don't make any sense. That's your
True.
mentor.
It's
That's your
all
mentor.
mindset. It's all once again, it's all mindset.
All
It's all
mindset.
it's all mindset. You understand that your employer, right? Because my thing is this, mind over matter. So obviously, if you're at your job, your time is owned, right? Your time is owned. So since you know that your time is owned by somebody else, take the control back and says, okay, then how can I use their time to maybe build my business or use what I'm learning there to either model what I'm not going to do or to duplicate it and then do it on my own. That's like when I was leaving my employer. When I started my business on the side, when I was working over on Beacon Hill, and I started going to work. Their office now was my office. I did all my I was getting clients all through that building, all through that building. I had people meeting me at my job in my conference room. I would throw my boss and I shared the same office, right? True story, true story. My boss and I shared the same office. And I'm like, yeah, you can't come in here at 9 o'clock because I'm meeting with somebody. He was like, what are you talking about? But peep this though, but peep this. And then my boss became my client, you know what I'm saying? But mindset is how are you thinking about it, right? Obviously, this mouth and this brain was not meant to be an employee long term. I'm not saying nothing wrong with being an employee, but if you know that your job is dictated, you're being controlled by somebody, and they have control on your earning potential unless you choose to take control, right? Unless you choose to take control, use that as a stepping stone. They're stepping on you for their goals, so why not reverse it? But it all depends. Are you there to get a check?
Yeah.
Are you there to get a check, or are you there to create an opportunity? You know what I'm saying?
I like that a lot. That's hilarious. That's funny. And the crazy thing is, and I got all so much respect for Joanna's old supervisor, but and I understand she had an issue with Joanna looking at real estate, on while she was at work, and I get it. You paying for this
Yeah.
time? I get it. Okay, cool. So Joanna was like, "Cool, bet, no problem. I get it. It won't happen again." And then she left. That's how that's how you won't happen again, right? But soon as she left, her boss then hired her as a real estate agent. It was like,
Salty.
huh, right?
Salty.
Yeah, it was like her boss was like, "Hey, I'm selling my house and buying," and then she was just like over. She was, I want to say, very surprised how professional Joanna was and how she took care of everything. And I think she kind of understood, like, you know what, you probably stayed with me way too long, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the truth. But guess what? Joanna learned a lot from that job.
Mm-hmm.
I used to be a teller at Bank of America in Coolidge Corner, and what they taught us when you come to the teller line, this is definitely I'm gonna let y'all know what's happening. So you come to the teller line to make a deposit and you swipe your card. We are actually looking at your profile. How much money you got? Like we looking at everything. What are you paying? Like we looking at everything. I just gave you a hack. So if you like, oh, I just want to deposit. Why did it take so long? They're looking at your profile because they want to sell you something. So we'll look at your
Correct.
profile and I'm like, oh,
Right.
we can send them a credit card. And sometimes a credit card pops up on the screen. And maybe some places you go, they're like, oh, do you want to get a credit card? Because it's popping up on the screen. And
Mm-hmm.
so, a couple of things I used to do. I used to say, yeah, lucky you. Look, a credit card just popped up. This don't really pop. This doesn't pop up for anyone but you. You must have great credit and very financial responsible. Would you like to take advantage of this opportunity today? I'm blown away. I can't believe. Congratulations. Like all for them. Like oh yeah, absolutely. How I worded it, right? How I worded. I didn't say, oh, you got a credit card. Do you want it or not? Like I'm blown away because we don't really see this kind of wealth coming in to this bank. Well, guess what? The next person credit card gonna blow up too. I'm gonna say the same exact thing, right?
Mhm.
That's what I learned from the bank. When it came to real estate, someone will call me. Guess what? They yeah, okay. You looking for what? Okay, okay. How about this? Are you willing to live in this area? Because we got something else. I'm listening to his profile, but I'm trying to sell him something else. Got
Mhm.
that from the bank, from my
Mhm.
boss. I
Mhm.
got it from them. And
It's the
that's just the
same.
truth. We don't have to sit here and be like, you know what? And this is why I yell. What's up, Aisha? What's up, Jackie? This is why I yell. Boss 9 to 5. You are not a boss because you hold a position. You are a boss because it's in you.
Mhm.
That's it. That's it. That's the truth.
Yeah,
It's
it's
not about
true.
the position because I've seen a lot of
Yes.
people. You say CEOs,
True.
CEOs get fired every day. B.
Yep. Facts. Facts. No, it's true. Again, and it's really frightening. I don't, that's why I always love talking to Christian and when talking about greatness, right? It is frightening. I mean, even for me, when we really, really dial back that how much greatness that we have within, or a lot of untapped potential. There's a lot of untapped potential. And it's just all about how you're navigating, this marble that we're running around on. And it's all based on this. It's all based on that. Because what you believe will then either cause you to act or not act. And if you either act or not act, it gives you a result. And those results are either going to be favorable or unfavorable. That's it. It really is it. And newsflash, it's no one else's fault but this person right here. I don't care about the government, the president, and whatever, because it's how you choose to react to that. It's never about I don't have any opportunity. Well, funny, because last time I checked, I see other people getting opportunities thrown their way. Just like how you when you mentioned earlier about if you build it, that they will come. Do you
Mhm.
understand that it's not even about now, I know you're talking about in real estate. Do you understand that if you build up your mindset, how many
Mindset.
opportunities will come? Do you understand that if you build up your skill level and things like that, how other opportunities will come? Do you understand that if you build up and you lay the foundation for your babies and things like that, that generational wealth will come? It's the same concept. It's the same concept. What are you building? What are you
Mm.
building? What,
Yo.
what what are you building? But most importantly, or are you spending more of your time tearing things down? Which one is it?
Ooh.
Which
Or,
one
or
is it?
building or building someone else's stuff. Oh, I like that. Oh, I like that. Broke baddie. Boom. Broke bad and bougie. Broke bad and bougie. Triple B. So I like what you said, and I agree with what you said, and I also know that if you could imagine getting rid of all of your fear, where would you be in life? Just imagine to say, you know what, I'm not scared of anything, and if I could pick to make money, this is how I'd make money. If I say I want to make money selling books, writing books, being funny, speaking, making clothes, if that's what you want to say, say that's what I want. This, write it down. I want to make money this way, right? I've realized for the last few years, I just I want to focus. I, I this is weird to say. Fall back on financial wealth, and I wanted to really focus on mental wealth, and I think that's sometimes you have to rebuild. Let's just be honest. Sometimes you have to rebuild. But I've been going so hard since 23 was the last time I had a job. So I had to figure out when I was a young boy life. And hey, I want to work for myself, want to work for myself. And sometimes you lose what makes you really happy, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I felt like I lost that. And so I
Yeah.
started want to just do stuff that that I love doing, and I want to work with people that love doing what they do, because
Yeah.
it's a lot of love, and wealth will happen when you have love. When you're
Mhm.
passionate about something, wealth is chasing you. That's why people throw offers at you, because they see your passion. That's the thing. They offer. Yo, I'll buy that off. Offer. I'll buy that book. Offer. Because other companies see the passion, right?
Mhm.
You can't. That's the best currency you have, is your passion and your love for doing something great.
Facts. And and the thing is that and it has to go beyond the money, because the money will follow once you have that first, right?
Yeah,
You have to have that passion. It's almost like you have to have passion over profit, right? Because
passion over profit. God, leave you hitting with the passion. Wait, passion over profit. Broke, bad, and bougie. Let's go. We got to keep. We have to keep up with Michelle Balls.
because here's this, because it takes work, right? It takes work to get. I'm not saying it takes a lot of hard work to get money, right? I'm not saying it takes a lot of hard work to get money.
Yeah,
Anybody can get money. The question
yeah.
is just how much. Listen, you don't have to even speak English and you can come here and make money. So let's not trip on that, right? It is like your it's like, but is it your purpose in
Mm,
life, or is it
yeah,
the profit? Is it
yeah.
your passion, or is it the profit? Because when you run into hurdles, which you will, are you going to value the dollar or your purpose or your passion? And if it's your
Ooh,
purpose, you know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna hit a wall. Someone
yeah.
tells you, no, this sucks. I'm not interested. What do you mean? You're crazy. You can't write a book. You can't do a podcast. You can't be a real estate agent. You can't be a financial rep. What are you talking about? So if your purpose and your passion isn't big, isn't deep, you're not going to go after the profit. You're just not. You're just not. Just the way
Exactly
that it
right.
is.
And vulnerable time. So again, I love I love the idea of real estate. I'll say that. I love the idea of real estate. Um, I always say this, but if is it my passion? No. And I'm deep in it now. Found that I like, I don't. Do I really like love the? I love the idea of real estate. Real estate is very important in your portfolio. Even if you don't have one, you need somewhere to live. Like, we all need shelters. Even homeless people have shelter. To
Mm-hmm.
be honest, right? And so when I made a lot of money, one, I felt like I didn't deserve it, right? I remember the first like bulk of my, I'm like, this is weird. Let me go spend
Yeah.
it quick, right?
Mindset.
Yep, mindset
Mm-hmm.
was horrible, right?
Mm-hmm.
And every time I had money, I just wanted to be broke again.
Yeah.
Look, I'm being
Self-sabotage.
honest.
Self-sabotage is real.
Yeah, I'm being
Self.
honest.
Yep.
I'm being honest. I'm being honest. Every time I had money, I was like, oh man, how can I be broke again? You know what I'm saying? And then, but the smart thing I've done with money is I always, no matter what, a bulk of money, I always bought more real estate, or bought something that will benefit me, right? So if I blew money, a lot of it went to another piece of property that I now realizing this is probably not my passion, right? Just going through the motions, and then I got uh the bag. And when I got the bag, I sat there and I wasn't happy. I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't happy. I wasn't happy. And it's weird. There it goes. It's weird. It might be a cancer thing, but I wasn't happy walking into certain places and no one knew my name. I wasn't happy. I was starting to realize, like, how about my family? What benefits that I could leave my family just based on my name. Based on my name. If they say, "Oh, you're Alex Edwards' son, daughter, wife," you're in for free. You get a discount. Oh, we're gonna take care of you. That started bothering me. Like, man, they can't even see my bank account, but they know they I could say my name. If your name is not holding any value, Alex, that really bothered me. It really bothered me. Like, it really bothered me, Michelle.
huge.
Because
That's huge.
we're going through this thing called life. If I
Yep.
live 100 years, I didn't bring no value to my name.
It's true. Yeah, it's true. Vanderbilts
Mm,
have a value. Kennedys have a value, right? Everybody, right?
why not
Kardashians,
me?
Kardashians have a value to them. That's what I'm saying. You're 100% correct. We got, you know what? It's so funny you said that because as the world started turning, a lot of people, let's just talk about our people, got
Yeah,
away from that. Everything was all about your name. Don't disgrace your life. Don't be out in the streets acting. No one has that name of pride anymore.
yeah,
Now when we were in the let's just move away from the Metco part. When you're in the city, it was like, oh, the Jones family, don't mess with them because they're all fighters. They're all fighters, or they all went to jail or
yeah,
whatever. So you want that kind of value on your
yeah,
name? Oh, all of them or all of them were in jail. All the sons were in jail or whatever, right? We got away from having, because do you understand that's social equity?
yeah.
That is
It
so
is.
that's social equity. When you want to, that's how empires were
Yeah,
built, right? When sons married certain daughters for countries to come together, that's based on the value of your name and and what your family has built and leaving behind. We got away from that. I'm not saying somebody should at least have that. You're 100% correct. I agree with you. I
yeah,
absolutely agree with you because everybody else has it. Someone was saying that
yeah,
they met Michael Jordan and it looked like he was levitating. Really? Because of the name.
yeah. And that's why I didn't have respect for the money, because I made it without my passion. It was not the money didn't come from my passion, right? And when that happens, you could go broke if you're not doing something out of passion. You could go broke because the thing that you're doing, you probably wake up one day and say, "I don't want to do it anymore," and then you lose money. With passion, you like almost always want to do it. Like, I
Correct.
want to do it. I love it. I love it. And
Right.
if you could make money with your passion, you already love doing it. You are going to always be wealthy. No matter, even if you have a zero in your bank account, you're gonna be like,
True.
let me just get up. Like, Kanye West is one of the best. He is passionate about the stuff that he does, and we all know that. He shows it every
Mm-hmm.
time. But
Mm-hmm.
when he said he went broke, how fast he became a billionaire just doing the things he loved. Remember his fashion is went crazy. His sneaker line went crazy. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what he loved to do. Music, he's
Right.
always selling because this is what he loves to do. He would say, "I'm going to go do a gospel album." It sold very well. Why? Because it was music is his passion. He's
Right.
not saying this. I want to go join the NBA. you know, so these are the things that we really have to think about
Mm-hmm.
right now as adults, and what we feed into our kids. We need to
Mm-hmm.
say, you know what, I'm going to focus on your passion. I'm not going to focus on the American education. I want to focus on your passion. Where I know Carter's strength and I know Callie's strength. I'm not going to sit there and say, "Oh, Callie, you need to be like Carter. Oh, Carter, you need to be like Callie." I'm going to say, "Yo, let's
Right.
focus on your strengths." Because
Mm-hmm.
I want you to be happy while wealthy. I don't want you to be miserable while wealthy,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want that. I don't want that for you. I want you to be happy and wealthy. And how we
Mm-hmm.
do that, we focus on the stuff that we love doing.
Yeah, because tough times are gonna come, but the tough times don't last, right? The tough times don't last, but those are the things that'll get you through because in your mind you go, oh, this is temporary, and this is necessary for me to move forward. That's it. It's
Yeah.
temporary and necessary for me to move forward. But it all depends on on your mindset. There is no progress without a little discomfort. There is no progress and growth without some pain. I've never seen it. I mean, ask mothers out there when they got that child growing in their belly, right? There really isn't, right? There really isn't any type of growth, progress, movement, anything, without it. And you have to be, and it's so funny because see, people think if you want to focus on, well, what's the thing that's going to make me the most money? It'll never happen because when
I
you come,
trust me. No, it won't.
Because when you get hit with the hurdles, you're gonna be like, this is too painful. See, when it's your purpose and your passion, you ain't thinking about the pain. You just not. You just not. You This is what I got to do. This is, I'm gonna continue to continue to push through. And when you start thinking about money, oh, I need chasing the money and whatever. That's a broke mentality. That's not a wealthy mentality. I've never seen it. I mean, I watched a documentary about excuse me, Jeff Bezos.
Mhm.
You understand that Amazon used to sell
Yes,
books,
yeah.
used books.
Yeah.
Okay, used
Create
books.
value. He created value for the used books. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Fact. And
Go ahead.
everybody thought this is crazy. It'll never. How would you make? Watch this. How will you make money off of selling a $2 book? Right? Because now if Jeff was focused on the money, Amazon wouldn't be what it is today. He was passionate about e-commerce. He was passionate about fulfilling a need and I mean, watch it. It's a great, I think it's like an hour. It's really good if you just delve into his mind. It was never about that. And
Yeah.
the guy became an absolute billionaire. Became an
That's what I'm
absolute
saying.
billionaire. You see?
And that's what I'm talking about. I'm like, I can't become a billionaire selling real estate. It's just not me. And then I'm like, I don't want to die a broker. I don't want to die a real estate broker. Like this fire is it's just on flames. And the fact that I know that I have to do something about it, and that's it, right?
You know,
And
I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, but something you just said was powerful. See, in your mind, you just said, I don't think anybody caught that. You just said, I don't think I could be, and correct me if I'm wrong, that you don't believe that you can become a billionaire from real estate.
from the position I'm in, like selling real estate.
From the position that you're in, right?
Yep.
But when you but other people will see other people that became billionaires from real estate. You just proved it's all about your drive and your passion and your mindset. You just proved it.
Correct.
You
Yeah.
just proved it.
Yeah.
You just
Correct.
exactly
Because
proved that.
yep, you're right. So a couple of things. One, for me to sell people real estate, sell their real estate, or help them buy real estate and become a billionaire. One, it takes it. Your life is gone because you're working on a whole different level right now. Your life is just gone. Like you just gotta and then I'm saying, all right, you put all that time into a product that you can't sell around the world. Like if I'm in Boston, I'm not licensed around the world. I'm licensed in a couple of states. So in my mind, I have to create a product that the world needs, not what my state needs.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how you scale, and that's how you become a billionaire. Jeff Bezos didn't sell books to his town. He sold books to the world. And
Mm-hmm.
if you could sell something to the world, you are a billionaire right away. And that's
Right.
my focus. That's my mind. Like, all right, yeah, I could be a cool millionaire. And I'm looking at then I look at everyone that came before me, and I still see them in the same neighborhood. I'm like, I don't want that life. And that's just for me. It's no disrespect at all. I'm saying
Right.
God showed me something else. God just showed me a different ave, a different street. That's all. And I can't take it out of my mind.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, well, we have to start selling to the world. I want to say my surroundings. We only thinking about neighborhood and state, and we're not thinking about the world. And I think
Right.
that's we doing a world a disservice, not creating our ideas and bringing the product that we have in our mind to the forefront,
Right.
so the world could use it. So the
Right.
world, if you want a sandwich shop, see if you could create a sandwich that's could stay fresh for a week. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, right? Guess what?
Yeah.
The world could now use that, right? What can you mail out? What product can you put together and it constantly sell, constantly sell? This is what we should start thinking because the products you're buying the products that could be sold to the world, but you are creating products that could only be sold to your family and the neighborhood. We are thinking wrong. We are thinking wrong, and we're not, and we're doing the same thing everyone else is doing. We have 10 barbershops on the same block. Hair
Mhm.
salons. We around here we have nothing, no one to inspire us to say, you know what, you have a business that no one else has. We all
Yeah.
have the same business because we see this person open a barbershop and now we want a barbershop. But you're not even
Hmm.
thinking past this person. You gotta think past this person. Yeah, they open a barbershop, they show you it could happen. Guess what? You could do two things. You can say, you know what? I want to be a barber, but I do also know that all these barbers need an appointment app. So create an appointment app. And guess what? Your competition is now your clientele. Because now you gave them something to make way more money. You're
Hmm.
not competing now. Now you making way more money than all the barbers because you create something that you could sell to the world, to the barber here and a barber in Alaska. That
Yeah. Yeah. And and going back to about whether it's the barbershops, your real estate, it's all about also too, like you said, scale, right? I mean,
yeah,
legitimately, if that was your passion and your focus to become a billionaire in real estate, you could do
I,
it.
I would do it.
You would do
Absolutely.
it if that, I mean, because obviously it'll be maybe franchising, or it could be partnering with other people to do other things, developments and whatever. But once again, when we tell our mind that this is not what I'm passionate about, or this is not what I want to do, then we because there's something in your mind called the RAS, right? It's the reticular activating system. And what it does is that you program it to focus on certain things or to
Yep.
block things out, right? So when we tell ourselves what we're not going to do, the brain says, okay. But also when it tells us, what we when we tell what we want to do, it says bet, okay, right?
Yep.
Either way, depending on what we're passionate about or what we feel that we want to, or what we're to doing that's purposeful, right? So when we're thinking that way, we either create the opportunities to be a billionaire, owning barbershops everywhere, or being a billionaire selling books, or is it really books, or is it that platform that
That,
has an opportunity to to be able to
that,
scale?
correct.
You
Is
see?
that? Is it, I have right now. I'm working on the biggest project, real estate project I ever worked. I mean, this is the one that I say, oh, I ain't doing nothing else for the rest of my life when it comes to real estate. I'm now gonna focus only on passion, right? You know the thing that excites me the most, and let me break it down to you. It's over 100 units that's rental that I'm that I'm keeping. You know what
Hmm.
excites me the most?
What?
You would think the real estate, right? This dude's gonna have all these rentals. Nope, not even a little bit. That don't even excite me a little bit. The process, I'm like, oh, I have to go through this process. I don't really want to do it, but I know this is not only for me. This is for the great, 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 and this is what
Hmm.
excites me the most is naming the street.
What's up? I love
Edwards Ave. I cannot wait.
it. I
I
love it.
cannot wait. That's the
I love
thing
it.
that excites me the most. I mean,
Legacy.
Edwards Ave.
Legacy.
I
Legacy.
came here
Yeah.
and I got an Edwards Ave like
Yeah.
Malcolm X. Woo!
Yeah. Yeah.
Me and Malcolm got a street, mama. Malcolm, I did it, baby. Yo, that was excites
Yeah.
me the most. Malcolm X wasn't the richest. I never met Malcolm, but boy, I love that man. I love what he said. What he said. I love what he stood for. That type of passion he had, the feeling, man. You could watch it. You could listen to his speeches today.
Hmm.
That's wealth.
Hmm.
That is wealth. That's true
Yeah.
wealth.
It's true.
He could sell Malcolm X shirts. He could sell Malcolm X hats. He could do
Still,
all of that just because of the
still,
name.
this is his
He didn't
name.
focus
That's
on the
true.
product. He focused on his passion. And his
Correct.
passion, Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan didn't say, I want to sell sneakers. Michael said, I
Right.
want to be a basketball player because I love playing basketball. Then the
Right.
sneakers came. Then the
Right.
billionaire status came. Then the
Yeah.
teams came. Then the
Yeah.
movies came because he focused on his passion. He been the
His
that's
passion.
it. Nothing more, nothing less. Money couldn't stop
Fact.
coming to him. Money, he was just like, give it to me. He became a gambler. He's like, yo, I don't have enough. I need to spend something. I'm about to become a gambler. You want to gamble? You want to get? I'm telling you, the man didn't care because he's like, look, I'm a billionaire walking. Before I'm a billionaire, because I'm the best at my passion. When I
It's
focus on my
true.
passion, no one could touch me with
No
my
one.
on my passion. And because
Yeah,
of that, I'm
no
always
one.
a billionaire.
Yeah,
Point.
it's facts.
Every time he get divorced, he lose billions. That man never went broke yet. Like
Never.
he can get married again. That's why he keep getting married. Like I'm a
Brilliant.
billionaire. I'm
Yeah, he's a
out
he's a
here.
he's a it's his name and it's his brand. I mean, because think about it, right? Nike is the company, but everybody associates it with Jordan. You
Jordan.
see, right? You see, Nike,
Yeah.
Nike is a company, but Jordan is a brand that you don't even call. Oh, I'm getting some Nikes. No, I'm getting some Jordan. It's the same thing with Apple. It's not a cell phone. It's an iPhone, right? No one says, "Oh, let me pick up my." It's my. No, it's my iPhone, right? It's the same. It's that brand. It's that record, right? It's the
Yeah.
same thing. Steve Jobs, he was all about high touch.
Keep speaking.
Yeah, Steve Jobs was all about high touch, high imagery. It just wasn't about the it wasn't just about the cell phone. It was about the experience. It was the sleek and the sexiness of it. So it created its own brand. No one says, "Oh yeah, my laptop." Everyone says my Mac. When you're talking about other things, whether it's Samsung or whatever, you go, "Oh yeah, pass me my phone." But no, this is my. It's just different. It's just
It's
way
different.
different. That's when you got brand recognition. You got that your name is now your brand. Michael.
Yeah.
But watch this though, because you mentioned Malcolm X. It's the same thing with Martin Luther King. There's
Yep.
Martin Luther King, but here's what's crazy. There are Malcolm X boulevards and Aves, and Martin Luther King boulevards, Aves, and streets everywhere, everywhere. So the question is, there's an Edwards Ave, right? But where else is there going to be an Edwards Ave?
Oh, I'm going hard. I'm going. So
Where else is there
my
going to be
plan.
Edwards? That's what
My
I want to know.
no, my plan right now. So I grew up on Westfield Street in Dorchester. So now I'm like, all right, I need Westfield Street to turn into Alex E. Edwards Street, right? And
Mm-hmm.
and now I have to ask, hey, what's the process? What do I have to do to make this
Yeah.
happen? And then I have to
Value.
work. And here comes the drive and passion for me to make that happen. That's I'm like, would it bring money? No, it's going to bring value. Like
That's
I will
it.
come this that and it's a reason why I stopped saying my name is Alex or my name is Mr. Edwards. No, my name is Alex E. Edwards because
Correct.
you gonna remember that dummy that said his full name always. Why? Because I'm bringing value to my name.
Correct.
Now when
Correct.
now when my partners is out in the streets, oh you with Thumbprint? Oh I know Alex. Oh you with I
Mhm.
know Alex. You think that happened on accident? I've been
Right.
putting value and respect on my name for a very
Mhm.
long time. So again,
Mhm.
my name is Alex E. Edwards, not Alex Edwards, not Alex or Edwards. It's Alex E. Edwards. Do not
Yeah.
forget the E, because that's
Yeah.
my value. That's my brand. That's how I advertise. And trust me,
Yep.
no one's going to forget you, but you got to put
Correct.
some respect on your name. When you call me,
Facts.
someone call me a nigga, I will stop and say, yeah, I don't like that. That's not my name. I don't even like the N word. Don't call me
Right.
that. All right, we good. And the funny thing when I say that, they say, "Damn, no one ever said that. Damn, no one ever asked me to stop calling them an N word." And I was like, "Yeah, but you're a king, so why you use it?" And that's
Facts.
when it's like, so now I'm like, king, 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 king. And one guy
Right.
said, "No, I'm a peasant. I work hard. I don't have anything."
Wow.
And I
Wow.
said, "That's a mentality, right?" I
Mhm.
said, "How are you a peasant if I treat you like a king?" And he said, "Oh no, I'm a peasant." The other day, Michelle, the man needed somewhere to park. He works right across the street from me. He needs somewhere to park. He loves eating in his car, having lunch in his car. He just him in the car and the shop. That's all he does. And so I said, you know what? I could park right on the side of the street. It's nothing to me. I said, yo, take my spot. I'm gonna park on the side of the street because I know he loves sitting in the front. And my man said, nah, I'm not gonna do it. But now I get it. And I said, well, you get what? He said, I am a king. And I said, it's easy to show love to you, brother. It's not hard. All I was gonna do was move somewhere else. And it would took me less than a minute to walk to my front door. And he said, thank you. I get it, king. Like you, if you
Yeah.
understand that story is so important to me because he finally got it.
Mm-hmm.
He finally.
Yeah.
We don't need to be a-holes. We don't need to be
Right.
mean to each other. We honestly, mean don't even make
That's
money.
true.
Well, mean
No.
doesn't make money. Like being evil makes money to the wrong person. But
Correct.
we don't need evil to make money. We don't need to argue with each other. We don't need to kill each other. We don't
True.
think about it. When's the last time your friend received $1 billion because they killed someone?
Right. Right. Exactly. I want to know, who has that, it's not profitable from within. When we do that, it's profitable from on the without. Trust.
Next time you argue, tell me how much money you made. Next time you argue, tell me like y'all made. And I'm not telling you an attorney because they don't argue, they debate. But we saying next time you argue, because attorney could wipe their butt with somebody and then go have a drink with that attorney. Like the
Yep.
client lost, the attorney's like, oh man, that was a good one. I like when you did this, and they sharpen each other's skill, right?
Right.
When the last time you argue with your friends, your family, anyone, a stranger, tell me how much money, how much of that is a part of your passion.
Correct.
We waste so much energy on bullshit,
All
and you
the
and
time.
and you're not brave enough to say, "Yo, I'm going to stop bullshitting." You're not
Mm-hmm.
brave enough yet. You say you want something, but you're
Yep.
not doing it. You
It's
you
true.
bull because it's easy to
It's
be broke. It's easy
it
not to follow
is.
your dreams. It
It is.
it's
It
easy to do nothing. It's easy to blame
is.
other people. It's
Yep.
easy to accept. All of that is easy.
Easy.
But guess what?
Easy.
If you want to be a bum, if you want to accept the life that you have now, no one blames you. Just say
Yeah.
I accept. Just say I accept because that's who you want to be. I'm not gonna blame you if you say, you know what, I like to make 50,000 because I'm doing what I'm passionate about. I'm not
Yep.
blaming you. Go for it. But
Yep.
don't sit here and say, man, I want more. I want this. I want this. I want to lose weight while you eating a cookie. I want to lose weight while you eating candy. I want to lose weight while you eating junk food. I want to lose weight while you don't exercise. I want to do this. I want to do this. No, you're full of shit. But you don't have to be full of shit. You could just one day wake up and say, you know what? I'm done with that old life. I'm
Yep.
done. You know,
Done.
when I come home, I'm gonna reverse because when I wake up, I want to drive forward. I want to I want to go chase my dreams. I don't have time to think about tomorrow when it's today. I mean, I don't have time to think about yesterday when it's today.
Yep.
Just make that decision and you good. You
It's true.
good.
It's very true. You can't. Yeah. And the thing is that I think a lot of times, a lot of us don't realize just how close we are to having all the things that we need, want, and deserve, right?
Mm,
And it's just like that. It's just making a decision. The scary part is it all, again, it's predicated to your mindset and
mm,
how and your belief system, because what you believe creates those what you do in terms of those actions, and those actions are going to get you those results. My thing is that, again, like you talked about, you can't listen. You can't talk about, you want to be profitable in your business, profitable in your friendships, profitable in life, and you petty. It just doesn't work. Petty doesn't bring profits. It just doesn't. You can't be pet. You just can't, right? When you're talking about people, that's being petty. Listen, now if you got a talk show, that's different. You could be profitable talking about people, but bro, if you don't have a talk show talking about people, that's petty. Petty doesn't bring profits. It just doesn't. It just doesn't. It doesn't at all. It
yeah.
serves no purpose at all. My thing is like, try focusing on you. The toughest person to control is YOU. That's the toughest person to control is YOU. You talked about the discipline. That's the best place to focus on. It's not changing everybody else. It's you. Do you understand that when you change you do change the world? Because it's how you perceive it. Because you look at it differently. It changes instantly, just like that. But okay, you focus on negative, then it's a negative that you see, and that becomes your worldview, right? If it's positive and love and affirmations and and positivity and good vibes, you really change the world in terms of how you see it. Everything. That's why I love that book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. It's all about your paradigm, how you're viewing stuff. It really is. It really is. It's crazy.
My wife asked me what I want for my Christmas. And I said, I just want to be overwhelmed with good energy. I said, that's the best gift I could possibly get. I can be overwhelmed with good energy for the rest of the year. And at least when I come home, I don't need nothing. I could go buy anything I want. I just want the energy. I just want good energy, good communication, good love. Don't get me nothing. If you do that, I get anything I want in the world. I could ask you what you want 3 times because a clean mindset, a positive mindset could do anything.
Anything.
Like when you get to a certain age or a certain bracket, material things is I don't care for it.
Right.
I want other things, and I tell people this all the time. Everyone pray. They pray wrong, Michelle. If think about if you could hear everyone praying. God,
I want to win the lottery. Help me win the lottery. Help me get the numbers.
Get me a new car. My neighbor got a Buick. I need something a little bigger than his. God, I need a new job. I want to make more money. So I got to buy more things.
I'll pay these bills.
I need to make more money, God. Amen. This is Michelle. We pray like I think 99% of people pray for the wrong things. You should pray for things you have no control of, and plan for things you have all control of.
That part.
What? That part. I'm wasting my prayer on a Buick? Man-made? God, you gave me hands. You gave me feet. You gave me a brain. You telling me God hasn't gave you enough yet?
Right.
Oh, to get something that's man-made? To get something that was made by his son or daughter? You telling me God didn't give you everything needed to get something that's man-made? Get out of here. Get out of here. God, please, I hope my family stay healthy. God, please, I hope we all live a long, happy life. God, I'm praying for things I have no control of. I'm saying, God, don't take me yet. Please. I'm not talking about God. I need this Benz. I need this Bentley. Absolute God, you gave me everything to get the Benz and Bentley. Just don't take me yet. I want to enjoy I want to enjoy the Benz and Bentley. I didn't pray for it. I didn't pray for it. I planned for it. And I just want to enjoy it, God. That's it. And that's the part I just don't understand. Like, what? You just prayed for what?
But it's so funny. But watch this. But when someone might be broke and struggling, oh yeah, God's gonna do it. No, he's not. No, he's not. You still gotta put in the work. No, he's not.
God's gonna do it. God did it.
Yeah, you don't sit idly by. You don't sit idly by. I think he's gonna drop those things. He gave you free will. Your will has to get your butt out and go out there and go do it. Go do it. It's faith with works. You gotta still work. You still gotta work.
You got to.
Right? You still gotta work. Pray for the knowledge, pray for the wisdom, pray for the hard work, pray for you to be healthy so you can still go out there and do things. Pray to be able to keep positive people around you. Pray for be able, to still be protected and guided, all those type of things. Pray to keep on the straight and narrow, but all those other things like that, listen, we are architects. You understand? We are architects. We are architects. As long as we got this and this, peep game, right? Even if we didn't have this, if we have this is the architect. It's a listen, because he didn't make any junk, but we're junking up the system. We're downloading viruses, and we're downloading the viruses in our body, right? We're downloading this computer. We're downloading the viruses. He gave us unbelievable hardware, which is our body, and unbelievable software, which is our mind. We're messing it up.
Damn.
We're messing it up.
That's deep. You're 100% right. You're 100% right. Wow.
We're messing it up. It's just, like I said, it's just scary how close we are to having this, because he didn't create us to struggle, right? He didn't create us to struggle. There's nowhere in the Bible does it talk about, being broke and not having money. It's just nowhere. You understand that? Watch this. Whoever's a believer, okay, obviously, you are doing him a disservice by being broke. You are doing him. It's like you're calling him false. Like he made something so of value, and we're playing so low and not.
We got a
right?
barbershop. Exactly. We got a barbershop. It's like, no, we want you to create an app for a barbershop. Yes, I agree.
We do not. Right, because we're here to serve. We're not here to be served. We're here to serve. You cannot serve if you're small. Was it McDonald's? You say 1 billion. They don't even put that up there. Usually on the arches, they say like 1 million served, 1 billion. They don't even put it because now it's just in the trillions. Who are you serving? Are you self-serving? Right? Who are you serving? And the more people you serve, then you get everything back. You have to be able to sow into others, be able to get that reciprocity. It's just the way that it is. And you got to do it, like obviously lovingly, willingly, not keeping inventory and things like that. But I'm saying, who have you served? If you're broke, you haven't served enough people. What can I do for you? How can I help? How can I be of service to you? Give me your business card. Let me post it. Give me your website. Let me put it out there. I have no problem with wearing marriage and money. I'm here to serve. You got to serve. You got to serve. Oh, are you self-serving? You cannot expect to get anything if you're self-serving and you think that you're entitled to someone else's. It just doesn't happen. That's what broke people do. No, you're not entitled for that. Oh, you think that because a person has it that they should give it to you? How? Have you served them to help them get that?
Ooh.
What have you done? Are you self-serving or are you serving? It's just the way that it is,
Let's go. I told you all this conversation was going to be crazy. Look, you build it, they'll come. You think I'm not going to break this conversation up and put it all over the internet and get 100 views? Trust me. You think people's not going to call Michelle, try to hit Michelle up like, yo, I need to talk to you. I seen this. She's just doing what she's passionate about. That's it. Like, let's be honest. How many times you paid your clients to work with you?
How many times what?
You paid your clients to work with you. Exactly. Exactly. They come willingly. Come willingly.
So
that's it. And guess what? She built her mindset and they came.
True. That's
if you
true.
Build it, they will come. If you build positive mindset, they will come. It start with the mind. You can't skip you. Let's be honest. It start with the mind. She built something there and said, I'm done being a shopaholic. I'm done with that. I'm still going to shop. I'm going to shop a different way. I'm going to build this mind. And someone was like, what you doing over there, Michelle? Let me see what you're doing over there. Michelle, I need you to do that for me. Michelle said, well, I love doing it. I'll do it for you for a price, and then and that's it. That's how it starts, right? And
It's so funny you said that because there's a lot that I've done. There's a lot that I've done. So talking about price, right? Um, let's just keep it real. Nobody can cut me a check for what I'm worth. I'm priceless. Let's just talk about that. Okay.
yep.
Nobody. No, nobody. Now I'll accept the check, but here's the thing. But it's priceless. So there's a lot that I've done early on. That was free, right? That was free. It was free on the front end, but it paid me a lot on the back end. See, when you're broke, you won't do it that way. When you're broke, you won't do it that way, and you won't get anything on the back end continuing because you're focused on the money on the front end. I'm not saying do a lot of things for free. I'm not saying that, but here's the thing. But when I was, doing a lot of the work, I said I'm going to willingly serve, and I know that if I open it with an open heart and open mind and serve, things will come back to me, and that's what it's done. I don't have to advertise. My advertisement are my clients. I've never had to advertise.
Yeah, advertisements you're serving. Yep.
That's it.
That's how
That's
you.
it.
Yeah, I serve. That's my advertisement, and it's
My
because at the end of the day,
advertisement.
it's your reviews. Like again, people don't understand that. We always think about the big companies. All right, Amazon has reviews. That's how people decide if they want to buy a particular product.
Mhm.
What are your clients saying about you?
Yep.
Because
Yep.
those are your reviews. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. So
What? Yeah.
you can't sit there and say I don't know why it's happening, but you just got you. Go ahead.
No, it's true, and it goes beyond the reviews, so people go, well, no, you don't advertise. No, my clients are my advertisement. Their quality of life is my advertisement.
Right.
Their quality of life is my advertisement. Now if somebody now is, because all I have is my character and my name. Synonymous with my name is not broke. So my thing is that, so if I had a client, because it's my right. Now if I had a client that wasn't putting the things in place that we put in place, and they're broke, then I'm gonna have to let them go. You know why? Because that's disrespecting my name. Because if you're broke is not synonymous with my name personally and professionally. So if you're still struggling, then we're gonna have to agree to part ways, because now we're just wasting time, right? Now we're wasting time. My advertisement on my clients that could go from renting to buying, go from savings to investing, go from saving to investing more. Having quality of life, having peace of mind, being able to give, being able to just to enjoy their life. That's my advertising. Not having products. We ain't talking about products, right? We're talking about a full-fledged plan to give them their financial independence, their level of financial security, and whatever that stands for them. That's what it is. Ain't nobody can say, "Oh yeah, I know Michelle. Yeah, she didn't do nothing for me." Nah, you didn't do nothing for you. You didn't do
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with me.
And,
So I don't have
and
to advertise.
yep. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. And drop a 7 if you love this conversation. Drop a 7 if you love Michelle and all the gems she's dropping. Drop a 7 if you love AEE, and that stands for Alex E. Edwards. Um,
Love it.
the funny thing is, because we talk about free, right? I don't do anything for free at all, not even a little bit. And I'm gonna tell you, I'll tell you why. Right now, I'm speaking on YouTube. This is not for free. I am training. This is practice. You know, what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It brings me value, so I can't say it's for free. It actually brings me value
Show
because
me
I've
your
been
voice.
speaking. I've been
Yep.
speaking. I speak on Wednesdays. I speak on Fridays. Right. So now, everyone knew I just flew out to Indiana. Do you think I was scared? Do you think I was not prepared? Do you think I didn't wow the crowd? Do you think I didn't get a standing ovation? Oh yes, all of above. I did. I did because I've been I've been doing this, practicing for so long. So
Right.
some of the so when I just said, some people pray wrong, guess what? You might now hear that at a conference because I see the reaction. Everyone's oh shoot, that's a bar. I was like, oh, that's a bar. Let me see if 20,000 people will think that too. So it's it's like keep going, keep going, keep going. So you can't. I the message is I'm not gonna chase the money. I'm not chasing the money. right? I'm chasing the value. I want to become a better
Facts.
speaker. I want to become a better speaker. Money is chasing me. If they money's gonna chase me regardless, as you point blank, point blank. That will happen. I'm not chasing the money. I'm not gonna take. And then another thing I want to say about discounts, because I don't like when someone, oh, can you do it for cheaper? And I feel disrespected, right? And I say, well, if I do it for cheaper, right, I would be devaluing myself. That's one. And two, you don't have enough money to afford my time that I have to spend on this product. And therefore, my time will be occupied by you and not someone that's willing to pay me my full price. And
Right.
that doesn't feel good. So
Mm-hmm.
this is what we'll do. Go find someone else and I'll go find someone else. Deal? Deal? That's it. It's nothing more, nothing less. Deal? And that's the thing. And that's the thing I think we have to have the heart to say, this is my value. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
people say, you selling a book for $100, you bugging. I'm so, don't buy it. I'm okay
Right.
if you don't buy it. Do not buy it. Trust
Yeah.
me. Do
We ain't
not buy
talking
it.
to you.
We good. We good. All I
Yeah.
ask you, are you gonna make more than $1,000 if you read a book? I guarantee. That's it. But if you don't want to spend $100 on it, don't do it. It's not for you. Don't worry about it. I'm
Facts.
I'm looking at Louis Vuitton. You buy Louis Vuitton, you buy Gucci, you buy all
All
these
day.
they never go on sale, but you still buy
Facts.
them. So soon as I put
Facts.
value on my stuff, on my words,
There's a
on
problem.
giving you my pain and where I messed up, so you don't make the same mistake, so you could buy Louis all day, every day. You telling me $100 too much? I'm good. Just you're
Right.
thinking backwards.
Right.
You're thinking backwards. You saying, "Hey, Alex, I don't want to spend $100 so I could spend all my money at Louis. I'd rather spend Louis and go broke. Spend on Louis and go broke. That doesn't make sense. You know how
Yeah.
much it costs to, like, it's about seven to $9,000 to get a divorce. You
Mm-hmm.
spend $100 on my book to avoid your divorce. Like, what were you talking about? You're
Right.
backwards.
Even in college, okay, even in college, most of those college books that are worth nothing than the paper they're printed on, you spend hundreds of dollars on one book, and what did that degree get you? Besides like $80,000 worth of student loans and maybe
Yeah.
75,000 at your job. Like I
And I
don't get
love,
it.
yeah. And I love that. I spoke at Harvard. I spoke at Northeastern. I spoke at UMass. I spoke at Mass Bay. Again, because I wrote a book. So trust me, I'm good. I'm
Mm-hmm.
great. Northeastern about 50. I'm good. I'm saying build it and they will come. We
Mm-hmm.
good. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, I'm about to take it to another level. All right. So tell me if this is a good idea. Here we go. I'm gonna talk about my trust. All right. All right. God forbid something happened to Joanna and myself. We spoke to we spoke to a couple that would take our children. All right.
Guardianship.
And yep. And hey, everyone, this is going to be a hard conversation, but I want you to think about your children right now. I want you to think about your children right now. Thank you, Whitney's 1027. Thank you. I want you to
Yep.
think about your children right now. Please think about your children because I believe a lot of us is not having these conversations
Mm-hmm.
of what happened to both parents, what kind of life your children are going to have. The reason why my children have their life that they have is because of their parents. Point blank, no one else. And God, of course, but no one else, not their grandparents, not their aunts, not their uncles. It's because of their parents. Their parents love them unconditionally and they have this life, right? So please understand that. So if you're out the picture, no one's going to love your children more than you.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest. So you have to try to make the best decision ever when it comes to these kind of, it's a tough decision, but you have to make the best decision ever. So why
Mm-hmm.
we pick this particular couple, value. Their family value is very important. How they raise their children. Oh my goodness. What was sorry. They raise their children amazing. amazing. And we thought that, you know what, this is the best situation for us, right? And we had that conversation. And I just want to urge everyone to do the same, right?
Mhm.
That's one. Just think about it. Please think about it. Don't run from it. Think about it. With that being said, we did leave money behind and of course assets behind. Right? It's not, hey, go take care of my kids. I need you to take care of my kids. I need you to love them, but financially they're not going to be a burden, right?
Mhm.
And again, I think that's very important. These are the things
Yep.
that you need to think about. So if you spoiling your children right now, but you don't have a plan if you're gone, you're wasting your money. They don't need all this stuff that they need. That you need to feel good if something happens to you, they still doing okay,
Yeah, their
right?
quality of life is not compromised. Uh-huh.
Correct. Correct. So please think about this, and everybody, y'all could type in. Tell me what your thoughts. Next, so we created some businesses where, God forbid, something happened to us, they will start receiving funds. Right? Well, never, even if something doesn't happen to us, but say something happens to us, whenever
Mhm.
around around 16, they will start receiving funds like they working at their own job. They'll just start receiving income, right? They own the company, but they're receiving the income. Now, when they turn 19, 21, this is when my first payout of life insurance come. Okay, but it comes with rules. You have to purchase a home, and you have to, and you at this moment you have to get life insurance for yourself. Right? That's the rules I have. So with this lump sum of money is 100,000, they will get at 21. But they have to buy a 3 family plus home, or something that makes more money, um, and they also have to get life insurance. And it explains how I set up my hours. And what I want to do is I want them to start creating a system in their mind of what I did for them, so they could do it for their children, so the money could go on. So tell me your thought.
Yeah. So the thoughts on based on what you did,
Yeah,
or just in terms of why you did it, or both.
both.
So let's talk about the why, because
Hmm.
the why is always more important, because when you understand the why, then the how will come, right? So that why is everything, because we can't, I'm so sick of hearing about generational wealth, just because it's like a buzzword, but
Yeah.
ain't really nobody really doing it, right? And ain't nobody really doing it, ain't it really nobody really even understands what that means, because if they did, then they would have the things that you talked about having in place. Okay. It is, for us to bring children here and not provide for them after we're gone, I think is horrible. Okay. Especially along the way, that again, just because you're young now doesn't mean that your life can't be compromised if something was still, if something were to happen to them. Just say, oh yeah, well, my mom will take care of them, my grandmother, their aunt will take care of them. Okay. But like you said, are they going to be a financial burden? But other part too is, how good is that person with managing money, and what is their quality of life? Because environment is everything too, right? Environment is everything. So that's another reason why we need to have the conversation, right? Again, especially depending on what state you're in and things like that, because you may want them to go to a grandparent, but it may go to that deadbeat dad because the dad still maybe has a right? So you don't want to. So you want to put these things in place. Again, we have to still if we treated our life like a business, man, it'd be way different. See, we want our businesses to be profitable, right? But what about your life, right? You want your life to be You understand that your life is a business? Your life is your life is a business. The question is it profitable, or is your bottom line red? Right?
Your tax ID is your social.
It's the same, right? It's the same concept, So if you want how are you going to be, broke in your personal life, and you think your businesses are going to be profitable? It doesn't work. And your business usually stands on the foundation of your personal finances first before it builds up something. So why not put those things in place, right? So he's 100% correct. Having life insurance makes sense, again, especially if you don't have the assets, right? Because life insurance is, if you by definition, it's an immediate creation of an estate. What's an estate? Anything that's of value while you don't have any. Okay. It cuts it. Where can you go pay between, $5 a day or $100 a day, and someone is gonna cut you or your family a check for 100,000 or 5 million? Where can you go and do that? Sometimes you can't even say that over your lifetime, depending on what you make and what your discipline is, right? So it's always good to have the life insurance in place. Number two, if you're not going to give your children the financial knowledge, they can also piss through their inheritance too. So what you do is also important, also by showing them things, not just giving them stuff, but showing them how to budget, showing them how to invest, showing them how to save, because they can piss through their inheritance. Because they always say, like, a lot of inheritance or wealth, they never last past the third generation. They usually don't, because you're still operating with a broke mentality. So having that life insurance and putting a trust in place, because trust me, okay, if you don't have a trust and you have assets, you are subjecting yourself to some serious problems with creditors and passing down wealth to your babies.
Medicare. Yep.
The whole nine. So what you did was perfect. Now again, it's perfect because that's what your goal is. I'm not here to tell you, because I don't really know what your planning was. But the idea is that you still had a plan for long term. You still know that you're not invincible and you're immortal. You did the right thing by putting something in place and thinking about it now. Not running the game, but by interviewing the person that's gonna, imagine having your baby and you don't interview the person in terms of their character, their quality of life, and things like that. Yep. And now the question is, now there are different types of trust. I'm not going to ask you your business in terms of what kind of trust that you set up, but a lot of times, there's like a spendthrift trust. For those of you, that there's a spendthrift trust that if you don't want your kids to go through their inheritance or whatever, whatever you put into that trust, whether it's real estate or business or assets and things like that, that spendthrift can give them in a monthly or yearly allowance at a particular type of age, and that's great.
And that's what the rents are going to do. So the rents are going to do that. And the reason why I wanted the job to pay them is so they could so they could qualify to purchase a home early 20s.
Yep.
So they get an income, and then I gave them the down payment, and then the rule is they have to buy again a investment, something that they're making back. But if they want to get a refinance or anything, they have to speak to a Michelle. They have to speak to someone. They have to speak to someone before, and they cannot get rid of property management. So these are the stuff I put in place, and they can't sell any of my homes. They can't sell any. So again, I'm giving you your own home that you could buy. Whatever you buy with that down payment, you buy a 3-family, and you just say, "Oh, I want to piss it away." Go for it. But you're never going to piss away my homes, because I want to be a great grandfather. That's who I am. I don't like
picture on the mantle.
Yeah, exactly. Like that. I think that's the stuff we don't think about, is the seed you're planting today. Who's going to really benefit? Is it one generation? Is it two generations? Is it three? Is it four? Is it five? And I don't know why I'm obsessed with this, but Michelle, I think I said I was going to talk to my therapist because I'm noticing I'm very obsessed with tomorrow. I'm like, I'm planning everything about like tomorrow. Oh, I got to do this. And having this conversation with my wife and thinking about trust and this, like, we have the trust, but I'm like, nah, we need to change some stuff. We need to add some stuff. I thought about something like we need to, and I'm getting nervous because I'm like, wait a minute, we need to make. I'm like, God forbid, I don't know who my kids are going to be. We both know that. Everyone knows that. You don't know. You never say, hey, my kids never say, I want to grow up and become an addict, or I want to grow up and I can't wait to go to prison. I want to go up and make bad choices. No one is saying that, but we don't know what's going to happen. right?
Mm-hmm.
So I
Mm-hmm.
need to make sure, one, you can't sell my homes because you can't piss my homes away. That's not
Mm-hmm.
happening. And
Right.
I'm not giving you a lump sum of money without you speak to a financial advisor. That's not happening. You're not getting rid of property management because I don't think you could take care of all these homes. And I don't know if you would have the passion to take care of all these homes. So I'm not going to do
Exactly.
that to you. So this is what I'm going to do for you. You're going to collect some rent, and you're gonna have life insurance, and you're gonna have your own home, and you're gonna have my dynasty. But not only my dynasty is not gonna only take care of you, but it's gonna take care of your kids, your kids, your kids, your kids, your kids, and your kids. And my name is gonna live on, and you're gonna have your own street. What we talking
Mm-hmm.
about?
Yeah. No, it's true because we don't we don't think like that. We don't put things in place, like that to happen, and other demographics do. They do it all the time. It's so funny. A lot of times, before they even have kids, they're thinking about these future grandkids that haven't even their kids aren't even born yet, and they're already talking about great grandkids. And then when their kids are born, forget it. Then they're talking about their great grandkids. Just how they think. They think very long term, and they think generation wise. They do. And they talk about it, but then they put all those things. You understand? One of my clients, non-melanated, of course, they had thousands of dollars sitting aside for this child that wasn't even born yet. Soon as that child came into fruition and hit the planet with its social, they said, Michelle, all right, you know what? What can I open, for this child? And then they had their first, and then they end up having a second, but was already putting the money away because, see, these are the things that they're talking about. They're talking about what, now we're married, what are we going to do with this marriage? How many kids we're going to have? And if they're talking about having kids, they're already talking about having all these things, laid down and already, the foundation's already been in place. They already have their wills. They already have their life insurance. They already have all these things, have all the property. They think long term. They never think about, short term. And that's why they have generational,
Okay,
wealth.
so I'm not crazy. All right, there you go.
No,
Thank you.
no, you're not. And it's a shame. Most people need to have that obsession because they do. We don't have enough of that. Like you said, sometimes we're focused on our kids looking cute. They can recite lyrics, from rap songs and all this other BS. But what have you put them in? But what kind of money are you putting behind them to exercise those talents, so then that talent can be profitable, and the profitable will be able to still continue to pay them? Because here's the thing, because you're also getting old, who's going to take care of you? Are you
Right.
laying the foundation so that if they care for you, that you're not a financial burden on them as well?
Exactly.
What is your quality like? So watch this. So if your mom was broke and you're broke and you're not teaching that to your kids, you got now 3 generations. You can't take care of your parents. You think your kids going to be able to take care of you? Because what are you putting in place for that?
This sounds like financial diabetes. This sounds like financial diabetes. This sounds like generational broke,
Yeah,
generational poverty.
yeah,
It
yeah,
sounds.
genetic.
Woo!
All of a sudden, now that's genetic. Broke is genetic. Okay, now the broke is genetic. Don't be about
And
them broke genetics.
exactly, and see, this is why I pivot, and I'm thinking more big on a bigger scale than real estate because I'm like, wait a minute. If this is not my passion, I got to live my passion because I want to show my children how to live their passion. I don't want to show them how to make money, but I want to show them how to make money, living in their passion, being them and being happy. I want to show them that part. You want to hear
Right.
something crazy? Now you already told me I'm not crazy, so you can't take it back.
Okay.
All right, so around early 20s, I started buying baby clothes. I would travel around the world, and I would just see like cool baby stuff. And I'll just buy the bib, I'll buy the onesie, right? Mind you, I had my first kid when I was 30, 10 years later. But I already had this stuff. And I was
Yep.
always thinking about, I'm like, my kid's gonna love me. This is this. I'm gonna have a girl eventually, so I'm gonna get this girl stuff too. And I was just loading up all the stuff.
Yeah.
And then life
Build,
insurance. When I got life
build it,
insurance,
build it, and they will come. Right. So you built it, and the
building
babies
it
came.
exactly, building it, it'll come. So then life insurance came around 24, I think 24, right? And I'm like, everyone's like, why you getting life insurance? You don't have no children, you have nothing, you don't have a family. I'm like,
They get it. They don't
I'm getting life
understand.
insurance now because it's gonna be cheaper. I'm younger.
Yeah.
This is what I'm doing.
Young, healthy. Correct. That's
Right.
right.
And so at 24, I'm good. Bought a home again when I was 20. So I'm doing a lot of these things just for future Alex. I didn't
Correct.
know my home will lead to thumbprint. Never knew that. Right? The home, the only reason I have thumbprint is because of the home. Because I use the rents to fund thumbprint.
Mm-hmm.
And then I use the rents to allow me to quit my job. So you got to think about that. All of these things is just made up to make sure you win. You win. You just
Mm-hmm.
gotta make those. You gotta create all the steps now and plant the seeds, because eventually all the seeds you're planting now, the plants is gonna come up, and you might need it. And I'm so happy that I plant so many seeds where now I can take advantage of it. What I've done bad is I didn't plant in the middle. I didn't plant enough passion seeds. I was
Yeah.
I was I was too insecure to think that I'll make money with my passion, so I just copied the people making money. Instead of focusing on my passion or finding people making money with the same passion as myself. I copied
Yeah.
people making money, but not people making money with my passion. And that's the
Yeah.
only thing that I felt I did wrong. I don't regret it at all, but now I know it. I gotta
Yeah.
change it.
I wouldn't say what you did wrong because we all do what we know, right? It just maybe wasn't the best, right? That's it. I don't believe in wrong things. It's the question is can you do better things to get better results, right? Because we all do what we know. And the seeds are important, but we all know that if you had them seeds, right? The seeds are still nothing without a good environment because
Without good
seeds.
water and good sun. Well,
Yeah,
good
no.
soil.
It's even beyond the water and the sun. It's the soil because you
Soil,
can
yeah.
still, yeah, because are you taking them seeds and throwing them in sand? You can still
Yeah,
put
you're
sun and water on it, but it's not right. So it's the same thing with us. It's like what type of environment? We are seeds, but what kind of environment have we been planted in? And are we going to uproot ourselves and put ourselves in a different environment? And that choice is based on this. It's based
yeah.
on that. You could be the best seed. You could be an oak. It
Yeah.
could be an acorn, right? We know that that acorn is going to grow into an oak if it's in the right environment. If you put that oak tree in Alaska, it's not going to work. It's not going to
Yeah.
work, right? It's not
Yeah.
going to work. We have to be, to be mindful, about that. But we have to be thinking wealth is a long-term game, and people want immediate gratification. You want immediate gratification, you'll never have wealth because it doesn't. I've never seen anybody get wealthy. Because I've never seen no get rich quick. I haven't seen it.
Uh,
I know you can go for broke quick. I know that, right? But
what,
I never
what,
seen no one get wealthy and no one get rich
yeah.
quickly. I never seen it.
Me either. I see them get some money quick and go to jail quick. That's that's what I see a lot.
That's
Yeah.
but that's what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. You have to listen. Wealthy and rich is intentional. Broke isn't. Okay,
Ooh.
broke isn't. Wealthy and rich is intentional. Broke isn't. You don't. No one says I intended to be broke. It takes no mind power to go broke. You just keep doing things whatever you want. You got to be intentional about being wealthy. You got to be intentional about being rich. It takes no mindset. It takes no drive, no intention to be broke. Anybody can be broke. That's a lot of people are broke. Okay, you have to be intentional about having wealth and being rich. Have to
And
be intentional.
I'll also say this, but we do have some tenants. I'm like, nah, I'm not getting a raise. It'll mess up my Section 8. I want to stay right where I'm at.
But that's that. But that's what I'm saying. But that's that broke.
Yep.
Again. That's that broke. That's that broke mentality. Don't even get me started because because
I'm
we
not
don't
gonna
have
say
any.
broke. I'll say poor. Poor sounds worse. That's poor. You have a
Yeah,
poor
yeah, because
mentality. A
yeah, poor. Yeah,
disgusting
yeah.
mentality.
broke and
Yeah.
poor is different. One is mindset and one is conditions, right? And
Yeah.
so one you can change, one sometimes you can't change it.
You,
But
you can have zero in your bank account, but you could be morally wealthy, and that
yeah,
will get you to another level. So, just quick questions. It's about 10. It's about 10:50.
I have to school soon.
Uh,
Like
we're
in
about
like 2 minutes.
All right, we're about to end. So, all right, here it goes. I want to ask you a couple of questions. Just you can ask, you can answer quick. You ready? This is the hot seat. Are you ready, Michelle Brathwaite? To come on, Alex E. Evans, Gem Drop Hot Seat. Here we go.
Oh Lord.
All right, here goes. Give us 3 good products. It could be anything that you stand by.
Products?
Products, and it could be a stock. It could be a life insurance. Anything you think. One
Financial.
plan.
Oh,
Yep, it could be financial. Yep.
uh, number one, mutual funds because it's the easiest thing to get because you can get them from your 403b and your 401k at your job. Number two, stocks because you can have because they perform different than mutual funds. They're again high risk, high insurance because you're a fool if you don't have it. Period.
All right, bet. One good slogan.
One good slogan. There is no time like the present because the best present is time. We have to stop. We have to be able to do things like now. We got to do things like now. So there's no time like the present, and the best present is time.
All right, bet. What do you think about failure?
There's no such thing. There's. I mean, it's part of growth. Because you don't really fail, you learn. You learn, and it's what you need to move forward. What you need to move forward, that's a good book, by the way. Failing Forward by John Maxwell, great book. There's no such thing as failure. The only when you fail is when you don't even try. I mean, like,
Great. Credit or money?
whoo, that's a good one. I'm gonna say credit all day long. I'm gonna say credit all day long. I'm gonna say
All right,
credit.
bet. Thank you. You survived the hot seat, and thank you for coming to Gem Drop. Michelle Brathwaite, the only way. What's your slogan? The Brathwaite way.
The only way is the Brathwaite.
Okay, like the only way is the Brathwaite. Thank you for coming on Gem Drop. I really appreciate you.
So,
Thank you for dropping so many gems. Enjoy
you're
your
very
day.
welcome.
And I want to let everyone know she's going off to a mentorship, which is she's a mentee in this position. Michael Jordan had coaches. I just want to throw that out there. The best basketball player in the world had coaches. She is the best, and she's about to go get coached. See ya.
I appreciate you. Thanks. Bye.
Woo! That was. Oh, you could just yeah. That was great. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. That was amazing. That was amazing. That was amazing. YouTube land was popping. That was amazing. Come on. Come on. Come on. I didn't bring that heat for y'all. I did that for you and you and you and you. Come on. Come on. All you. Come on. Tell me how you feel. 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 Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. Did, was this the one? Tell me the biggest quote, statement, tip, gem that you took from that conversation. Man. And this is what you was all about. It's all good, babe. You can give me a kiss if you want. That's a tofu from my mom yesterday. Come on, talk to me. Talk to me. Only Whit speak. Only Whitney's talking. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. That's not it. Oh, come on. All that fire, all that gem. Whitney's the only one like that's cold. I can. Jesus, I thought we went ham. I thought we went ham. Come on, talk to me. Give me a gem. How about a gem? Something that moved you. Mm. Student masters teachers. Okay. All right. Well, I would say this. I think, yeah, let me a passion. That's hands down. Let me a passion. I would say you deserve everything you build. Chase value all day. You deserve everything you build, and broke baddies, broke baddie and bougie, broke bad and bougie. There you go. Broke bad and bougie. Triple B's. Broke bad and bougie. Um, I would say this though. Yo, that was a hard one right there. That was the truth, and that's why I changed the name to our property management company because if it was Thumbprint Property Management, well now our competition will feel some type of way if they use Thumbprint Property Management or say, hey, I'm going to refer Thumbprint Property Management. My so I changed the name so my competition could feel comfortable referring my business. So I did that. I did that technically just for my competition. That makes sense. That makes sense. I want to make my competition comfortable. You have to make your competition comfortable, right? And what I realized as well, you sometimes got to make the right plays to make anyone feel comfortable, so you could feel comfortable. If that makes sense, you want to make the right plays to make your competition feel comfortable, so you could live comfortable. Because if no one's buying your product, it's going to be hard to survive, right? So, all right, I'm going to make everyone that I think should buy my product comfortable buying my product, so I could live comfortably. That makes sense. And this whole conversation is all about you, and this is why you was created. We kept it 100. We talked about where your kids are going. God forbid if you go away, what's going to happen in the future, all the stuff that you could possibly do, right? We spoke about. That's what we did. That's like, what can you do to make sure your future is good? What can you do to make sure your children is good? What kind of products that you could put in place to help your family go to another level? We just spoke about that mindset. Just spoke about that, right? Um, But I just want to thank you all for tuning in. Um, YouTube. You know what time it is. We coming, we coming, we coming, we coming hard. Whitney, appreciate you. Appreciate you. Patosh, what's good? What's good? Appreciate you. Yep. Plan to work and work the plan. Ooh wee! I love that. Social equity. Yep. The value in your name. Yo, the value is in the name. I'm telling you. God, we can't let people disrespect our names. We can't. My name ain't nigga. My name isn't nigga. Straight up. That's not my name. That's not my that's not my name. If you call me nigga, they not gonna know my name. You know what I'm saying? If I invent something, oh yo, nigga invented it. Who is that? We got it. We really have to make people put respect on our names. We can't allow people to talk to call us out our names. That's it. We can't. I see your comments. I said plan to work and work the plan. Social equity, the value of your name. Yeah, I see it. Did you write more? Then I see flex. And then yeah, you saying I don't see your comments. If you wrote more, let me see. Yeah, yeah. Book appointment with the teammate. Look, that the thing about the doing a trust for like you think about everything. It's no right or wrong trust, and there's no rule books to your trust. I would say this: speak to someone that wrote a trust that you trust. I would say, right? Just make sure you do that. I would say, just make sure you do that. Make sure you do that, because there's so much to life that we don't understand and we don't know. And guess what? A lot of people don't know. You could control your life while you're dead, and that's the truth. And the idea is not to leave my kids a lot of money. The idea is to prepare my kids to be wealthy. You understand? And that's the truth. That's the truth. And you're saying, all right, mm, yeah, yeah. Man, I'm telling you, this was an eye opener, and everyone that have kids, I just want you to think about their lives without you. Broke with a little, but broke with a lot. Woo! Yeah, yo, you could be morally broke, financially broke, morally rich, and you'll never be broke. Straight up, straight up. Don't let them lie to you. And again, build it, they will come. Build it, they will come. Build it, they will come. I forgot to tell her this. I said, yeah, I can't with this real estate model, real estate brokerage model. You can't become a billionaire, but you could become a billionaire if you focus only on the billionaires, right? Selling real estate to billionaires, or only selling real estate to billionaires, athletes, millionaires. This is, and I'm doing skyscrapers, and then I'm going to do the government. You could become a billionaire that way. This one, it's just your how you set up your business. You know. Um, but yeah, yeah, I'm excited. This was a great gem drop. Wednesday next, see you all next Wednesday. Um, I'd love to keep speaking with you, but I got shit to do. See ya.